Hi, Kroner. Is the lack of defensive line recruits this year so far a sign of Larry Johnson retiring very soon? Any names inside, outside the program we should know as a replacement?
I think people are getting too caught up the fact that it's July 6th and that they are not sitting with a full class on the defensive line. Jason Moore is somebody that we could see moving in the next couple of weeks. And according to the 24/7 network crystal ball, things seem to be going well there. I'm in agreement. I think there's some other defensive linemen that they're doing fine with. Every single year we address this, what's going on with Larry Johnson. Ohio State doesn't sign its coaches to, its assistant coaches to 2, 3, 4. I mean, 2 is kind of now the litmus test or the standard. But, they're not going to sign anybody to like a Bud Foster lifetime services contract. That's just not how it works. So, if we're doing this show in December and we're still going, oh, my goodness, what the heck is going on at the position, I will be the first one to sit there and start sounding the alarm bells. But at July, color me unconcerned.
Ryan Dawes, thank you so much for the super chat, sir. Hey, everyone. What incoming freshman will make the biggest impact and which will be the biggest surprise, a la Cam Burke?
That's a biggest. I'm just looking in the Phil Still here to get the full list of freshmen so that they're fresh on my mind. Kai Stokes. It's going to be difficult for a true freshman to have any kind of big impact. Like I'm not expecting a Denzel Burke to step up like he did last year out of the blue. I don't expect CJ Hicks to be that guy because he's got a bunch of linebackers in front of him. I don't expect Sonny Styles to be that guy because he's got guys in front of him. It's going to be difficult for any kind of true freshman to really be any more than Kai Stokes as the backup free safety, like Caden Curry as one of 7 defensive ends. You're just asking a lot right now because the last couple of classes that Ohio State has had seem to be pretty good. And so I don't know if there's one great answer there. Biggest surprise is Julian Fleming. Would he count? People have written him off and they're just ready for Emeka Egbuka and Marvin Harrison. So I'll say just keep an eye on Julian Fleming.
I kind of like Hero Kanu, defensive tackle. If he can assimilate quickly and shoot gaps and make plays, I think he's a guy that could get some run because they need some help. Obviously, defensive tackle. Hicks and Powers, it's going to be kind of hard. They're swimming upstream at linebacker. They're about 2.5 deep there already with just the guys they had coming back. And if those guys don't perform at an all Big Ten level, then maybe by the end of the season, Hicks or Powers breaks through and takes a spot. But, I can't imagine you're going to see more of them on special teams. Sonny Styles was one of the great punt blockers in the history of high school football at Pickerington Central. So that's how I would use him first day out of the box and then kind of work him in at safety and linebacker and figure out, which spot, if there is a safety spot for him, what's best. I thought Kyon Grays at wide receiver did pretty well in the spring. So did Caleb Burton. And obviously Kai Stokes was a star in the spring game with all the plays that he made and different things. So it's safety, but again, it's so crowded there that they're too deep. It seems almost at each of the 3 safety positions. I don't know, does he crack even a 2 deep in the first half of the season until maybe there's some injuries or some inconsistency that lead him to kind of shake things up a little bit. But I would agree the team is very talented from top to bottom and side to side. And the best thing would be to bring so many of those talented guys along and have them ready so that when, the back half of this schedule, when you hit that stretch with Penn State, Nebraska, and then later on with I'm looking at last year's schedule, the stretch with Michigan State, Iowa, Penn State, those 3 games in a row, those are going to be the 3 weeks where it's all hands on deck. If anybody can help them get a first down or get a critical stop, they're going to be on the field. So that's going to be when the rubber hits the road. Then you've got the walkovers with Indiana and Maryland, and then back in for a nut cruncher with Michigan at the end. So the back half of the schedule to me is where the money is going to be made this year.
And I guess technically the answer to the question is not a surprise to the person answering the question.